Building on a Business Daily expose, NTV has learned more details or new details that President William Ruto, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi have been allocated the lion's share of the 2.06 billion shillings meant for the purchase of new vehicles. This figure has shot up 8 times in the current budget that will also benefit retired President Uhuru Kenyatta, taking a total of 802 million shillings. The 3 top officers will receive more money for new cars than the Office of the Inspector General of Police, which was allocated less than 600 million shillings to move policemen, protecting more than 50 million Kenyans. Here is NTV's Brian Obuya with what appears to be spitting in the face of austerity measures allegedly declared by the Ruto-Gachagua administration.
The officers of President William Ruto, his deputy Rigathi Gachagua and Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi have been allocated 802.2 million to buy motor vehicles in the current financial year, a significant increase from what had been allocated. This as Kenyans come to terms with a bloated government full of rewarded positions of loyalists and political rejects that has scuttled Kenya Kwanza's austerity measures. In the budget estimates for the financial year 2022-2023, the presidency had been allocated 100.8 million, though the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary had not been catered for. The Kenya Kwanza government allocated 10% to Mudavadi's office. Of the 3, the biggest spender is Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. In the supplementary estimates reviewing the budget, Gachagua's office has been allocated 290.8 million Kenya shillings to buy motor vehicles. Gachagua's latest vehicles will cost 200 million Kenya shillings more than what the Uhuru government cost. What this budget is saying is that the purchase of new cars for all the state bodies in the current financial year has more than doubled to 2.06 billion Kenya shillings from 810 million Kenya shillings that had been allocated in the original budget, with Gachagua, Mudavadi and Ruto demands accounting for more than 40%. This comes days after Yatani publicly took on Gachagua in a rare budget spat, pitting a previous finance cabinet secretary with an incoming high-ranking government official for requesting an additional 300 million to purchase a fleet of cars, a request that was partly turned down due to cash shortfalls. The office of the president and cabinet secretaries also received an additional 154 million Kenya shillings again to buy cars, while retired President Kenyatta has been allocated 140 million Kenya shillings for a fleet of cars in his retirement. State House Nairobi, which had initially been allocated only 10 million Kenya shillings, was added 35 million Kenya shillings, and it is expected to go up. Chief administrative secretaries will be funded. In one of his many promises, Ruto has told the country he will cut extravagance and wasteful spending, moving to contain the country's debt appetite that has left the nation with limited fiscal space, with Kenya's credit rating outlook being downgraded by various global agencies. The latest appetite for might and bravado in vehicles is another indicator for what the Ruto-Gachagua administration track record is about. Brian Obuya, NTV.